So there have been some rumors about the Giants and Jaguars potentially making a trade involving the 4th overall pick for the 9th overall pick, Yannick Ngakoue, and a 3rd round pick as well. So I just want to get my thoughts about that. Apparently it came from Adam Schefter, so it could be, somewhat legit, I would say. Some other Twitter accounts have posted about it as well. I'll get my thoughts about that trade. And also, go review our podcast if you enjoy it, Fireside Giants. Hopefully give us a good review. That'd be much appreciated. And now, let's get into the video. So here would be the trade. It's apparently the Giants get the 9th overall pick, round 3, pick number 73, and Jacksonville gets the number 4 overall pick. I personally don't know who they would take a 4 overall, but that's their problem. So as for the Giants, you have pick 9, and I'm trying to see what guys would be left at this point. Jedrick Wills, Derek Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Tristan Wirfs possibly, Javon Kinlaw, Mekhi Becton, Jerry Jeudy, and that's kind of where my cutoff is. I'll put up a whole list here for you guys, but obviously I wish Jedrick Wills was there. I wish Andrew Thomas was there. I can't really guarantee that, but I personally feel that if Yannick Ngakoue was acquired in this trade, they'd probably have to rescind the franchise tag on Leonard Williams because they wouldn't be able to afford both of those guys based on their current salary cap situation. So if you cut Williams, all of a sudden there's this defensive tackle hole, and voila, Derek Brown, a guy that the Giants have reportedly liked, would be there probably at number 9. So maybe Derek Brown would be the pick at 9. I personally don't know. You guys know I prefer Javon Kinlaw. That'd be a much better pick in my opinion. But, Mekhi Becton might be there. I wouldn't want that. Too risky for me. Tristan Wirfs at 9 is fine. I wouldn't take a wide receiver this early. Of course, Jedrick Wills would be great. But, there's no guarantee who's going to be there at 9. Nobody knows. So that's the concern about this pick. So I think as for a standpoint on, is the trade fair? Who wins it? So I did the whole value chart thing. So basically the Giants would have 1,575 and the Jaguars would have 1,800. So just based on the picks, the Jaguars win this trade. But when you add Ngakoue, I feel that's a player that's probably worth 800 to 1,000 points. So if you put Ngakoue in there, the Giants might win this trade. I think they do win this trade. So, it's interesting. I'm not saying whether I would do it or wouldn't do it. It just really depends who's there at number 9 because obviously you're going to get a better player at number 4. But if you can, tell me that Jedrick Wills is there at number 9, I would do this in a heartbeat. I feel like it makes a lot of sense. But you also don't want to miss out on those top talent players. Like if you make this trade, there's no more Isaiah Simmons. I highly doubt he would fall to number 9. So that's a problem for a lot of you because, a lot of this fan base wants Isaiah Simmons. So, look, if they can get an Andrew Thomas, a Jedrick Wills, and who else do I like? I don't even know. Jedrick Wills, and then you have, not Chase Young. He's not falling to 9, but someone like that. If you can get one of those top 2 offensive tackles to fall, I feel I'd be down for that. So Derek Brown does not sound too enticing, but, the Giants might be in love with him, so you never know. But if this does happen, you would have to extend Yannick Ngakoue, who already said he wants a lot of money. It might be a 5-year, $100 million contract type deal, so that's a lot of money. But I think Ngakoue is a really good player. I love him a lot. So obviously, you guys know if you watched me before he got franchise tagged, Ngakoue was my number 1 target in the offseason. Unfortunately, he got tagged, and that couldn't happen. But, this is a guy that, is going to give you 8 to 10 sacks per year, maybe even more. And he's really good against the run. I don't know why this narrative's out there that he can't play against the run, but when you watch him play, if you have NFL Game Pass, I encourage you to go back and watch Yannick Ngakoue and some of his game film. Not bad against the run. So I don't know why that narrative's out there, but it is. So, he would be the best Giants defender, honestly. He would. Barring they draft Isaiah Simmons at number 9, but, that's probably not going to happen anyway. But if you throw Yannick Ngakoue onto this current Giants roster, probably the best defender we have. So I think he's a really good player. I think some people underestimate him. So this is a trade I'd be interested in. But once again, it depends who's available at number 9 overall. And based on the value chart, the Giants do lose this by about, I forget how many points it was, 400 or so. They lose it by 300, maybe, somewhere around there. So 300, 200. So it's not crazy. And I personally think that trade value chart's a bit outdated anyway, so I wouldn't pay too much attention to it. But then when you throw Yannick Ngakoue's value into it, I think it changes everything. And I think it's a trade that probably favors the Giants based off that the value chart. So, I guess I'd pull the trigger on this. It's a tough decision. Obviously, I would want to make it, on draft day. I would want to know who the first 3 picks are to have a better idea of, who's going to be be drafted after that. So I'd probably wait till draft day to make this trade if it does happen. But you guys know I love Yannick Ngakoue, and I would love to have him here. He'd definitely be, a game-changing type pass rusher. Him and Kyler Fackrell on the same, defensive line or outside linebacker. I don't know what he would play, honestly, because I think Ngakoue was a 4-3 defensive end. So I don't know if he'd play 3-4 outside linebacker, or I don't know if he played defensive end. Probably outside linebacker. That'd make the most sense for his body type. So we'll see how they play it. But I think this is a trade that could actually happen. I think there's some legitimacy here, and I wouldn't make a video if I thought it was like fake and all that. So I think this is something that could happen. But let me know in the comments if you guys like this trade. I personally, I'm not like 100% all for it, but I'm definitely interested in it. If the Giants can still get a player they really like at number 9, and you still get Yannick Ngakoue, and you get a third-round pick back, which you don't own outside of the compensatory pick, I think it's very interesting, and there might be a reason to do so. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. I'm like a 60% yes on this right now, but we'll see what happens on draft day, as I said. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.